Hello everyone, it's time for morning briefing, and you know I always like to support our businesses in the community. Ohana Pools is pretty special. Not only do they build an awesome pool, but they support our canine unit. And even on occasion, they give me a cup with my name and a flag on it, the thin blue line. So I'll drink some coffee. And then we'll talk about some things you just ought not to do. You know, you ought not to poke a bear with a stick. You ought not to pull the whiskers on a mountain lion. And you ought not to turn your audio way up and then drive around a parked deputy in the neighborhood through somebody's yard. I mean, that's just like, what are you doing? But here's old David Combe. He's not Jelly Roll or Belly Jelly or whatever the guy's name is. He's just acting like a jerk. So he thought he'd be cool. And he drove around the deputy who was doing another job, and when the deputy finished, he drove to where this guy stops at his house. Deputy asked him to come off the front porch. He cusses the deputy and says, "There's no ordinance in the middle of the day." The deputy immediately says, "I need to talk to you because there is a violation of law." He goes in and closes the door. And then he refuses to come out. So we beat on the door and beat on the door and tell him we're not going away. And if he doesn't come out, we'll go get a search warrant and then we'll come back and arrest him with a search warrant. So he comes out. And we talked to him and he bows up at us. Well, we tasered up at him and said, "You want some of this taser?" And we put him in handcuffs. Then he became compliant when he saw that he was going to jail for resisting us. You know, all the dude had to do in the very, very beginning is not be a jerk, not disturb his neighbors, not irritate and aggravate and ask for problems by driving around a deputy's marked car through somebody's front yard. What is wrong with you, dude? You got 5 brain cells and 4 of them were on vacation or what? Sometimes that happens. He got a trip to the county jail. No music.